Aquaculture and Fishing Debate by King Lee. Eating and the Environment. Massachusetts College of Art and Design. In the current setting, most of the natural resources have been abused by humans. It is apt to recognize the fact that most of the human resources are finite, and reckless usage can lead to severe shortages in the near future. Over the years, the demand for seafood has skyrocketed, and this has pushed for more activity in oceans and a bit to cover the market. However, this has led to a number of adverse effects, which directly affect both humans and sea creatures. First, there has been an increase in slavery whereby fishermen are tortured both mentally and physically, with a lot of pressure to deliver on the demand. Some, who are mainly immigrants, are made to work for more than 15 hours a day under unbearable conditions to ensure they deliver on the expectations of their managers. For instance, the seafood consumed by Americans from Thailand has been linked to a lot of modern slavery cases reported in the region. Secondly, a lot of fishing has led to the endangerment of a number of fish species. The impacts of overfishing may not be seriously felt in contemporary societies, but since the ocean ecosystem has been disrupted, sea life should be adversely affected in the future. To address some of these issues, aquaculture practice has become very rampant across many regions in the world. Fish farming broadly works to cover the surplus demand for seafood, and it is a noteworthy step towards the conservation of oceans and sea life. Moreover, there is a lot of water pollution in the current setting, which consequently is a detrimental factor to the future of sea creatures. The current food industry in the United States and in other countries is elementarily focused on making sales. Therefore, irrespective of the health repercussions of a meal or the oppressive nature of acquisition of the food, a company would still run expensive adverts urging clients to purchase more and more. This culture of consumerism is one of the primary factors contributing to a decrease in conservation to the environment. Because people are entirely focused on making profits at all costs. Generally, food choices have been affected, and people most of the time do not consider the health constituents of their meals, rather they consider the prestige and convenience attributed to them. There are many campaigns and legislations that have been implemented in a bid to promote healthy living and eating styles, but they have made little to no progress at all. Up to now, the junk food companies and businesses selling unhealthy food alternatives are still among the most profitable. What can be done to solve this dilemma? In a bid to address some of these aspects, there is great progress made in the creation of alternative sources of energy, such as biofuels from algae, that aim at reducing the impact of greenhouse gases on the environment. For instance, by the year 2050, the world's population is projected to be more than 10 billion, and this will lead to a 52% increase in the demand for seafood. Therefore, early intervention measures such as investment in aquaculture are going to be resourceful in solving the acute food crisis that we may face in the future. However, it is worthwhile to note that some of these measures still have their own limitations. Aquaculture contributes to the destruction of natural habitats for sea creatures such as shrimps. It causes a lot of pollution, and diseases contracted by sea life in farms can cause mass deaths. Research has also introduced new methods of fishing that are less destructive, such as introducing diver harvesting of oysters rather than dredging, which is damaging to the habitat. There is also increased public awareness on the effects of consumption of different types of food products, the health benefits, dangers, and the most recommended ways of food consumption. Lastly, there is an upsurge in the consumption of techno-foods, which have a well-regulated amount of nutrients, and this has impacted healthy eating and living in general. The prevailing upheaval of the buzz in alternate sources of seafood and energy is as a result of the current noticeable climatic changes, causing global warming effects, such as rising sea levels. In a nutshell, there is a need to focus on more sustainable living models to ensure that the environment is conserved, animals are saved, and the planet is maintained from an all-inclusive perspective. Thank you for watching.